We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. First down, McLean. Throw left side complete. That's McBride. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Second and 6. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the slant.
On first and 10, McLean. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Crunch.
Throwing again on second and 10. McLean, they'll set up a screen for Breida. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3.
Hey, 4 down.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at the 20.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Watch the screen. Pass. 12.
From the 50, it's gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. I'm scared.
To throw on second down. McLean looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
51 for Mike, boy, 51. Oh, yeah, and here we go again. 51.
To throw on third down. McLean, that'll be complete to Breida. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it with Breida, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, I-7. 53, check 53. Hey, man, watch the boot. 53's the move for 66.
To throw is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to go down again. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Pettis on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Slam. Showing it.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Watch the ship.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McClain looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check safety, check safety.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now it's Breida. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
No. Off. He's checking.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Good job.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun. Gone. A deep ball for Gurley. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On the return is Pettis. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in. 20.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
Right. Mike 51. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Trot. Mike 51. Mike 51. Wild Bill. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McBride. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down. McLean. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, let's get this. Go. 4-2, Mike 4-2. Watch twist. 42,
Throwing again. McLean. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Back to throw. McLean. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now you won. Hey, lift. Blue draw quarters. Shell. Hey, shell.
From the gun, here's Gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. They'll find Everett there, complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers' 43-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again. Goff. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. A fellow Witherspoon on the coverage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. The final shot before break here. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That looked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Gurley again here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
What? 20. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch the safety creep. Switch, switch, switch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Pick the edge. Come. Check.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
20. Check 53. Drop deep. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tonight, 20, 14. Here we go. Check 13. 198. Watch 98.
Throwing on third. Goff. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll begin the drive with Breida, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Tight ends right. We got 4. We got 4. 51.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
What? 20. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
McLean. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Mostert. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 29. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check 25. Check 15. Check 15.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Fight 51, Mike 51. Hey, come on, come on.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, McLean got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
What? 20. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the air. Hey, watch this, watch this. 49, check 49, check 49.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 51's the mark. 51.
Looking to throw. McLean. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said. It actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Let's go, D. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
On 1st and 10, McLean. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mike 50. Watch the run. Let's go, Mike 50.
To throw again, McLean. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
51, Mike 51. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Throwing again. McLean. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We got to step up. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the gun, McLean. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 4th down, McLean. And the pressure gets to him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.